The Nile River, a life-giving force, courses through the heart of Africa. It was on its banks that one of the world's most enduring civilizations took root, ancient Egypt. The Nile's annual floods deposited rich silt, creating fertile land in an otherwise arid landscape. This gift of the Nile allowed for the development of agriculture. It sustained a growing population and laid the foundation for a unique and powerful civilization. The ancient Egyptians viewed the Nile as the source of all life. They revered it as a god, recognizing its vital role in their existence. From the fertile delta in the north to the rugged cliffs of the south, the Nile shaped Egyptian life. It dictated their agricultural practices, their religious beliefs, and their very perception of the world. The Nile served as a vital artery for trade and communication. It connected the different regions of Egypt, fostering unity and cultural exchange. The river also provided a natural barrier against invasion, protecting the Egyptians from outside forces and allowing their civilization to flourish in relative isolation. The story of ancient Egypt is inseparable from the Nile. It is a tale of human ingenuity, ambition, and the enduring power of nature. From the first settlements to the fall of the last pharaoh, the Nile remained a constant presence. It witnessed the rise of dynasties, the construction of monumental wonders, and the evolution of a civilization that continues to captivate the world. Thousands of years ago, in the land that would become Egypt, small farming communities began to emerge along the Nile. This pre-dynastic period, from around 6000 to 3150 BCE, witnessed the gradual development of Egyptian society. People learned to cultivate crops, domesticate animals, and create pottery. They developed social structures and religious beliefs that would lay the groundwork for the pharaonic civilization to come. The transition to the early dynastic period, around 3150 to 2686 BCE, marked a pivotal moment in Egyptian history. It was during this time that Upper and Lower Egypt, two distinct regions along the Nile, were unified under a single ruler. This unification is often attributed to King Narmer, a legendary figure whose victory over Lower Egypt is depicted on the famous Narmer palette.
The unification of Egypt had profound implications. It led to the establishment of a centralized government. The pharaoh, considered both king and god, ruled with absolute authority. He controlled the land, resources, and people of Egypt. This centralized power allowed for large-scale projects, such as the construction of irrigation canals and temples. The early dynastic period saw the development of hieroglyphic writing. This system of pictorial symbols revolutionized Egyptian culture. It allowed them to record their history, beliefs, and daily lives. This period also witnessed the emergence of distinctive artistic styles. These styles are evident in the elaborate tombs and artifacts found at burial sites like Abydos. With the unification of Egypt and the advancements of the early dynastic period, the stage was set for the rise of one of the most remarkable chapters in human history, the Old Kingdom.
The Old Kingdom, spanning from around 2686 to 2181 BCE, is often referred to as the Age of the Pyramids. This era represents the zenith of pharaonic power and architectural achievement in ancient Egypt. It was during this time that the iconic pyramids of Giza were constructed. These massive tombs served as eternal resting places for the pharaohs and stand today as enduring symbols of Egyptian civilization. The construction of the pyramids was a monumental undertaking. It required immense resources, skilled labor, and sophisticated engineering knowledge. The Great Pyramid of Giza, built for the pharaoh Khufu, is the most impressive of these structures. It is estimated to have been built from over 2 million stone blocks, each weighing an average of 2.5 tons. The Old Kingdom was a time of political stability and economic prosperity. The pharaohs held absolute power and ruled over a highly centralized state. Despite the grandeur and power of the Old Kingdom, it was not without its challenges. Internal strife, weak rulers, and climate change eventually led to its decline. The First Intermediate Period marked the end of the Old Kingdom, but its legacy endures. The intermediate periods in ancient Egypt were times of political fragmentation and chaos. But from these turbulent times emerged the Middle Kingdom, a period of remarkable cultural and political renaissance.
The gods smiled upon us once again, guiding us through the darkness into an era of prosperity and stability.
Yes, indeed, the Middle Kingdom saw the reunification of Egypt under strong pharaohs, the flourishing of arts, and the construction of grand temples and monuments. The New Kingdom marked the zenith of ancient Egypt's power and influence. This was a time of great pharaohs, like Ramses II and Hatshepsut, who expanded Egypt's borders and left an indelible mark on history.
The grandeur of our reign. We built magnificent structures, engaged in trade, and forged alliances that extended our reach far beyond the Nile.
Absolutely. The New Kingdom was a golden age where Egypt became a beacon of culture, wealth, and military might. The late period of ancient Egypt was a time of both decline and resilience. Despite invasions and internal strife, Egypt managed to maintain its cultural identity.
We adapted, we traded with new partners, and we preserved our traditions even as foreign rulers came and went.
Eventually, Egypt fell under the rule of the Roman Empire, marking the end of an era. But the legacy of ancient Egypt continued to influence the world for centuries to come.